Hey cherry pies, we are outside. We're on the way home. We're outside. I was literally only out for 30 minutes, but I just made like a short TikTok the other night, and I made kind of like a connection tonight too, because I am in a mood. But I'm just like, the friends you have in your life are also like any other relationship. Your family, what type of family you have is going to be your friendships, and what type of friendships you have are going to be your romantic relationships as well. If y'all haven't noticed, like, people who have the happiest marriages and friend groups and shit, except for when a bitch trying to steal their husband, they are overall very friendly, and the person who receives the romance is always very romantic and caring about their friends just as much as their partner, just as much as their family and their children and everyone around them, and they receive that from them as well. And that treatment extends because like-minded people are going to attract like-minded people. So I just feel like you settling and hanging with people who don't have the same attributes as you is you not elevating and being the best version of yourself. Y'all know I always got a story time. I always got an example. So the story time I did for TikTok was, I've been vetting my new friends. So first I'm going to tell y'all about my experience with a bad friend, and then I'm going to tell y'all so we could get into how I started even vetting hoes, because I never thought that I needed to vet women outside of like, are you dangerous, or did I hear something crazy about you? Like, outside of that, I never thought that I had to vet women as far as being manipulative and being users and taking advantage of other women. Like, I never thought I would have to experience that. So and there was a lot of red flags too. Like, I always ignore the red flags, and I just give women chance after chance, because at the end of the day, women really want companionship and sisterhood and understanding. Like, that's just the bottom line. No matter what nobody say, everybody really wants a sisterhood. They want their coven, their group. Like, they want their tribe. Nobody wants to be alone, and especially left out in the cold, and all you can ever rely on is men. Nobody wants that. So I was working at this job, and somebody moved to town, and they started working at the job too. Both of us had just moved to town, probably within 2 weeks of each other, but we both brand new to the job. And I'm a server, the dude's a hostess, and I just assumed that he was a gay man. Like, I just assumed he was gay, because usually men who work in the service industry, bartending and stuff, 9 times out of 10 they are gay or bisexual, you know what I'm saying? But either way, they're feminine. So I assumed that he was gay anyway, so it didn't matter to me. He was cool, whatever. He always gave me good tables. Every time he sat me, he would come find me. He would say my name clearly. He would say, I sat your table. He would say, do you want another? Like, I love a hostess that do their fucking job, because at the end of the day, I'm going to tip you out. I'm going to tip you out, boo. So please make sure that I'm not missing no money, because the money I make is your money. New servers don't know nothing about that. They don't know nothing about that. They think the tip out is for no reason. They don't even know you're supposed to take advantage of that tip out and put a little something extra on top. So me and him, not friends or anything, we're just co-workers, and we're just good co-workers. But it's not like I be up front chatting or I even know anything about him. I don't even know his name, y'all. I go to work. I don't even know his damn name. He knew. I don't know. And he the host. Like, ain't nobody calling his name. Ain't nobody saying, oh, we need him to come to the kitchen, or we need da-da-da. No, it's just, that's the new host. You know what I'm saying? So I go out to the club, and like I said, I just moved to the city, so I'm going out alone. And I don't mind. I like going out alone, catching a vibe, because a single woman, somebody gonna pay my tab anyway. I'm gonna have a good night, and I usually do make a nice little group of friends. So I go out to the club, and I'm chilling at the bar, and he's new to town with his woman. He come in the club with his woman, and they eventually end up by me at the bar, and I'm like, oh, hey, what's up? Like, how you doing? And I speak to him, and I speak to the woman he's with. I'm not, you feel me? I say, hey, how y'all doing? Hey, how are you? And I introduce myself. I'm like, I'm Cherish, I work with him or whatever, because I know how women are. But I just don't speak to nobody. I'm going to speak to the whole group anyway. Who cares? It could have just... But the reaction she gave me let me know that it was his woman. This wasn't just some woman he hanging with. So she's like, look me up and down. She didn't speak back. She just looked me up and down. So I'm like, oh, okay. So he comes up to me. He in between us buying drinks. And he's like, oh, when we first walked in, as soon as she seen you, she loved your outfit. She loved everything about you. He was like, she was your biggest fan. I don't know why she acting like that. He was like, soon as we walked in, you was the first thing she saw. He was like, I can't believe you look like this outside of work. Like she was amazed by you. And soon as she saw you, I told her you was my coworker. So I don't even know why she acted like that when I came over to speak to you. And I don't be giving a fuck, y'all. I'm just like, it's okay, it's all right. Like, I would let people be mean to me. I've always attributed to me having a repulsive aura. I don't know when I began to develop this idea that I had a repulsive aura, but I know that I do. And I think it has something to do with the way that I manifest and all of the energy that I have. So if you're working in a negative energy, that's for my projection. My protection. I have a repulsive aura, so a lot of people don't like being around me. Unless you really like a good life and you want positive things, when you get around me, you're not gonna like me. But people who are miserable and always looking for a problem, soon as they meet me, no matter how nice I am, they hate my guts. And so I never judge them for that, because I'm like, you can never trust a person who's too nice anyway, and you're not used to his energy. Like, I always make excuses for them. But I know that I have a repulsive aura, but I'm repulsing things that I don't need, and I just be wanting to help and heal people sometimes so bad. Y'all know I'm a Pisces. I just be feeling everything, and I'm just so empathetic, and I swear I just be knowing everything that's going on with a person. And like, I wish somebody understood me to the depths that I understand other people. So I think that I spend a lot of time trying to go out of my way to show compassion and understand people, when I could be pouring that energy into myself. Every time I do that shit, try to help somebody else, I fall back so fucking hard. Like, every time I start fucking with somebody. But that's why y'all don't understand. I love being alone, because life be great. I get sad, I get lonely, but I be constantly elevating. And I know that once I elevate to a certain level, that I will find my true friends and my people. So anyway, she didn't like me. So she didn't like me none that night. And I think we end up just seeing each other out a few more times. And eventually, I mean, I'm a woman. I'm always gravitate towards a woman. Like, I don't do that, oh, I'm friends with your man and you got a girl type shit. I don't do that, because I know who I am. And my name is literally Cherish. Every man I come into contact with wants to, or at some point wants to, have intimate relations. And I believe that's what any woman a man is hanging with. If the opportunity presents itself and he ain't got no nut, he's gonna do it. It's not even about me being all that, or being, you know, which I am. But it's not even about that. The fact of the matter is, a man, period. And they gonna nut up in something. So I never get too friendly with no man. But I did think I had a homeboy in him, because me and him and her always hung out. But me and her became very close, and I wouldn't even talk to him. Like, it was me and her, and if sometimes it'll be him too. Like, we'll all be out, we'll chat about work, whatever. But me and her became friends to the point where I'm picking her up from work, I'm doing all of that, and she's calling me her little Bratz doll. So every time we together, she got her phone out, she taking pictures, she snapping me up. The bitch do all that too, you feel me? And she lying to her man about it. She got 4 kids, baby daddy in jail. And the more I just hung out with her, I started to realize she was just a terrible fucking person. It's like, at first we was having fun, and it was like, okay, I got a friend. And like I said, I just moved here. That was my only friend. I was so desperate for a friend, and just out of the kindness of my heart. But then I started to notice little shit like, bitch don't never offer to give me no gas money. This bitch be standing me up. When my tire went flat and I needed a ride, she wanted to go to the club, she did not offer to come get me. I buy her shots and rounds and drinks, she don't never do it. Sometimes a man might come up and get her something, and then of course she not gonna leave me out. But she never came out her pocket or never did nothing for me. And I started to be so sad when we would go out, because she was so negative and mean and nasty, y'all. Like, the way she talked about people. When I go out, I'll be happy, having a good time. Like, I might want to talk about a flirty little boo I got, or what's funny and what's trending. But I'm really in the moment with my girl. Like, I understand you need to vent sometimes, but that's not what she was doing. She literally would just be telling me the most foul, negative shit, and I'll be trying to change the topic. But because she can't even catch the hint, or she don't even give a fuck. And that's when I started to realize, like, I can't even get a word in. I was like, this girl don't know nothing about me, but when she need a ride from work, she knows she could call me and I'ma come. And you feel what I'm saying? Like, I was just like, that's fucked up. Like, so this is where the last straw was. So for her birthday, I went all out, you feel me? Paid for shit, picked her up, we got lit, yada yada yada. So for my birthday, she asking me what I'm gonna do. Oh, and it's not even just her birthday. Didn't I tell y'all she got 4 kids? So it was one of her kids' birthdays, and I sent the kid money. I used to hang out at her mama's house and bring a whole bottle. Like, I never show up empty-handed. I always bring bottles when I go to people's home, or wine or something. So I always ask people what they're drinking, and I go grab a bottle. But I don't go to nobody's home empty-handed. I'm hanging out with her family. I'm hanging out with her disabled family members. No weird shit, but I'm just saying, like, some people will be weird and everything, but I'm saying I don't judge. I have disabled family members. I have autistic family members who can be a bit overstimulating, and nobody wants to deal with them. So I'm like chilling with her god brother, and he's autistic, and my nephew is autistic, so I love chilling with him. But of course, you know, black people don't really know you. They're gonna be like, leave her alone, leave that girl alone, leave that. And I'm like, no, he's good. Like, I'll dance with him. He want to dance, like, because that's how I am. Like, I love the kids, I love the family. I'm cool as fuck. Like, you invited me. I'm glad to be invited and to be included. And I guess that's some childhood trauma from, like, my family leaving me out sometimes. That's definitely some childhood trauma. Like, I just always want to be included. And my friends would forget about me a lot too. Like, because I always had my head in a book, and I was always, like, into weird, nerdy shit. My friends wouldn't invite me to parties, or they would forget that I was having a little party or a little book club, and they wouldn't care about, like, little shit we was doing, because my brain was just working differently. But I'm vibing, and it's no problem. And so I'm thinking this girl is really my friend, and I'm just like, accept her flaws and all. It's your homegirl. You got you a coked out homegirl with 4 kids, and she be tweaked out sniffing lines. But hey, fuck with the girl. So what the hell this girl do to me? Okay, so my birthday, right? She's like, I want to take you out to eat. I say, oh, okay, cool. Like, my friend want to take me out to eat. We made plans the whole day. I got dressed. I did my hair. She said 6 o'clock. And she said she was going to have her man car, and she was going to come pick me up. 6 o'clock gone by. At 9 p.m., y'all, probably like 9:45, probably closer to 10. You supposed to pick me up at 6 so we could go eat. This girl texted me and said, oh, my man wanted to go eat, so I went ahead and went with him, but we could do something after this. So you couldn't even let me know you wasn't coming. You got me sitting up waiting for you, and it's my birthday. You got me thinking something happened to you, because why would my homegirl who offered to take me out stand me up on my birthday? So I was in shock, because I'm like, you live with your man, you be with your man every day, and the fact that he wanted to take you, I was like, bitch, you just don't like me, or you just ain't have it, or you just lied. You just wanted to make it seem like you really was hoping I had plans, or that I was gonna overstep once again, bitch. So when I told her about that, I said, you are so wrong for that. I said, it's my birthday. I said, the least you could have do is told me that you was not coming. Oh, bitch, I don't have to tell you. If I want to go out, she snapped on me just like that. Y'all know how I am. When I first start talking to somebody, I'm always cool, calm, collected, and I'm telling straight facts. It's never an argument. It's just my perspective and how I feel. I'm not saying you a trifling bitch and you stood me up for your man, even though that's how I feel, but I'm telling you that's how I feel. I'm telling you that shit felt trifling, and you wrong for that. Oh, well, bitch, that's my man. If my man want to take me out, so, bitch, what you trying to say? You think I want your man or something? Like, bitch, what? You think what? Fast forward, y'all, that was it. I blocked the bitch, because I don't let hoes talk to me crazy. I blocked the bitch. She went to Facebook Messenger and started messaging me again. I had to block the bitch there. Bitch, but I got 2 Facebook profiles. I ain't checked the other one for a while later, because she gonna get back through to me. But that's when I was like, okay, I be doing too much. I say, all I did for this bitch, and on my birthday, she couldn't do shit for me. Child. And eventually, her man left her because she was so toxic and bad, and then he tried to hunch me too, and he even was trying to throw me in her face. So yeah, who knows what type of animosity, or if he was bringing me up in fights, and that's why she didn't like me, and maybe she was just keeping me close as an enemy or a threat or something. She thought, oh, like, my man might like her, or this who my man work with. Because when we didn't work together for a while, and then y'all remember I started working at a club, and I was doing bottle whatever, and he was working there too. He was like a bar back. So she started hitting me up on my other Facebook profile to try to figure out if her man was cheating on her, and trying to ask me what he doing. This bitch would call me we don't get off work till 3 in the morning. This bitch would be calling me at 6 a.m. looking for him, just because I work with him. We're not friends anymore. Like, are you stupid, bitch? And then she was threatening me and doing all types of crap. Like, the hoe was really thrown off, and I should have just knew the red flags from jump. She didn't like me, and I should have left it at that. But y'all also know I recently was talking, I'm gonna have to talk about it. Fuck it, we talking. How your enemies will be your realest friend because they'll tell you how you perceive. And she told me the truth. She always said, I love you so much. You're so beautiful. Like I said, she always had a camera in my face. She loved me. She was obsessed with me. She was obsessed with the attention she got when she was with me. She was obsessed with the fact that I spent money and I had a car and I could come get her. She was obsessed with the fact probably that I like to smoke and drink. I might not sniff no lines, but I keep me a... So she was obsessed with that. And she wanted to use me. So now I bet my friends, like, when I was hanging with this girl, I do what I could do to where I'm not going to be offended or feel like I wasted my time. You feel what I'm saying? So, girl met me at the bar. She wanted to link up. She wanted to be my friend because we was both there solo. I said, okay, cool. We wanted to go to karaoke. Both of us loved karaoke. I say that's perfect because I do not have no designated, like, no karaoke friend. I go to karaoke solo. I would love to have a karaoke friend and to do some duets or whatever. So I say I want to go downtown to this spot. She's like, oh, that's so far. Like, I don't want to drive. I said, okay, I'll pick you up. So I pick her up. That's number one. I don't count favors, but when that shit add up, you start to notice them favors. So I picked her up. Next, I know I brought her drinks. Next time I saw her at the bar, I brought her a shot. Next time I saw her at the bar, she's sitting there. She ain't got no drinks, like no nothing in front of her. I'm like, do you want a drink? My other homegirl was there. I brought a round of drinks for us. Then she said, oh, you want to get some food? Let's go to Waffle House. She said, let's go get some food. My man in the bar, I don't have to leave. Me and my man could go and I could be on his tab. I left my man. I said, okay, boo, I'll be back. You finish playing your pool. You finish doing what you're going to do. I'm going to go to Waffle House. I'm going to go chill with her. Because I don't want you to go by yourself. I'm a friend and I'm getting to know you. So I go to Waffle House, chill with her. When the server comes, she like, separate check. I'm like, one check. Don't worry about it. I got you. I paid a check. It's just Waffle House. It's no big deal to me. You feel me? I didn't take the bitch to Roof Chris. You feel me? It's just Waffle House. So it's the same as if I was dating somebody, what I would be willing to do or how much a man would be willing to invest before he started to realize, I don't like this girl. Let me not do nothing too much, right? That's why you got to treat your friendships and relationships the same. Because see how I just tied family? My family always left me out, so I always am looking for my own family. I'm always trying to build my own sisterhood, and I'm always trying to go out of my way and do what I feel my family didn't do for me. Then the friendships, however your friends treat you, however you treat them, is also how you need to operate in your relationships, right? So after I had did all that, she asked me, she said, oh, let's go to karaoke again and let's go to this spot. This spot is kind of far from my house and I was going to ask her to pick me up, but she was like, oh, I'm already here. So I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. So I go pull up because I'm like, fuck it. It ain't nothing. It's just a drive. It's just, I don't want to be over there, but I'm sober. I'm going to just go. So I leave my car at home and it was an accident, but I was not turning around because this shit was so far away in the first place. Otherwise, I would have turned around and got my car. So I'm just hoping they don't check ID because I left the whole wallet. So I get to the spot. They don't check ID. I walk in. It's a nice vibe. She at the bar eating a shrimp salad. She got her a drink, yada, yada, yada. So I'm like, hey, girl, yada, yada, yada. She was like, oh, I just already sung. I'm like, oh, okay. I was like, da, da, da. So I was like, yeah, girl, I left my car, my wallet at the house. So I ain't even gonna be here long because I can't even get no drink. She ain't offered to buy me no drink. She ain't say, do you want to pay me back? She ain't say, you want to go somewhere else closer by your house so you can stop and get your car. She ain't say none of that. She just sitting there eating her salad. So then she started trying to talk about plans or whatever for her birthday. That ain't got nothing to do with me. I said, all right, I gotta go. That's the vetting process. That's done. How much more time would I need to waste? You just let me know that you don't give a fuck. I would never let you sit at the bar with nothing to drink. So fuck that. Fuck that. So I left, but I wasn't mad at her. I still like her. I really, 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 really like the girl. But I just won't be going out of my way for her. That's all. Like, I can't put you on my tab because you don't put me on your tab. I can't, you feel me? I'm not your boyfriend. I'm not, boo. So then fast forward to relationships. I just feel like, damn, if I have a problem, why you not fixing that shit? Like, why you not fixing that shit? Why you not fixing that shit? Because if you tell me you got a problem, you got the nerve to come out your mouth and ask me. I don't have no problem with you asking me. But then when I ask you, you cannot be acting crazy. You cannot be acting like you ain't heard what I said. Like, that's not... But because I accept that in my friendships, that's what I accept in my relationships. I feel like, oh, I could just go on out and show who I am from jump and be loving and kind. Fuck no. You got to be strict from the jump. You got to be strict from the jump. Do your 1, 2, 3 favors and then switch up. People ain't gonna respect you till you switch up, because guess what? Soon as I start fucking with the bitches who was using me, that's when it was like, oh girl, what you want to do? I'm gonna pick you up. Which is why she offered to take me out for my birthday in the first place, even though she fell through. Bitches be wanting to get back in your face, and people want to get back in your face when you leave them the fuck alone. Leave them the fuck alone. And if you leave them the fuck alone and they leave you the fuck alone, they never liked you anyway. They never liked you anyway. I just don't believe in that, and having to teach people and beg people and try to ask them to be good to you or do regular little shit to make you feel good, but they ain't got no trouble opening their mouth and saying what would make them feel good. Would you pick me up from work? Can you get me something to eat? Oh, you get something to eat? Give me something to eat. Get. Okay, so if you asking me for that, why wouldn't you think I don't want something to eat when you get something to eat? And that's why I'm not fucking with this nigga no more. That's stupid to me. And then a bitch come in the bar, and I ain't even hear the bitch say she hungry. But I guess his ears so tuned in on every other bitch, he heard this bitch say, you can have my wings, you can have my wings. I'm not gonna lie, I thought he was talking about me. No, he talking about this random bitch. He trying to force the fucking wings down her throat. She's smart enough not to take them in front of my face. She know it's disrespectful, and I'm just chilling. Who gives a fuck?